Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. And today I'm going to be reacting to the new episode of Death Battle, which just came out, which is SpongeBob SquarePants from Nickelodeon, from the SpongeBob SquarePants show, versus Aquaman, specifically from the Super Friends cartoon. I have been very excited for this episode. This is a very highly anticipated episode for me, at least after it was announced. And now we're finally going to watch it. I'm really excited. In terms of who I'm rooting for between the two, I'm rooting for SpongeBob, man. Like, I love SpongeBob a lot. I watched a lot of the cartoon when I was a kid. Still watch some of it nowadays, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the character. He can be a little annoying sometimes, but that's part of the charm. And even though I mostly like DC more than Nickelodeon products, at least when it comes to Super Friends Aquaman, and probably even regular Aquaman, I like SpongeBob more. Not to say that Aquaman is a stupid character or anything like that. Obviously, that notion was popularized by this version of Aquaman. But the regular Aquaman, like from the comics, doesn't suck at all. But I still just like SpongeBob more because, nostalgia and all that. So I'm definitely hoping that SpongeBob wins, and if he doesn't win, I will probably be very sad. In terms of who I think is going to win, I still want to say SpongeBob. I also want to say that I think he's going to win just because I think his universe has a lot more freedom in terms of what it can do with the Toon Force, and it just allows him to do crazier things on average. But I feel like a lot of this can really be up to, or can really depend on how Death Battle decides to scale the characters. There's like a huge range of how you could possibly scale a lot of cartoon characters, especially when it comes to SpongeBob characters and characters like that, So I feel like, there's a chance Death Battle may not scale SpongeBob as high as I think they might, and then maybe depending on what they say for Aquaman, he might win, I feel like a lot of this is up for interpretation. Under my interpretation right now, I just feel like SpongeBob is more capable, but that doesn't mean my opinion can't be swayed. Obviously they'll have their own opinions regardless, and, that's just the way the Death Battle goes, right? So either way, I still feel like I can't really...
SpongeBob was the original SCP universe. I know enough VTubers who have a transformation fetish to know that this was what started most of their journeys. This Looney Tunes ass shit. Oh my god. I don't feel so good, Mr. Sponge. Okay, I think we're going to be watching a death battle. I know this is like an older one, but a lot of people said a lot of good things about it, and I just want to enjoy more death battle content, so I think we're going to go through some of the backlog of the older death battles and see what they're like. So, this one is SpongeBob versus Aquaman, which seems like such a wild and weird comparison to make, but hey, let's see what they did for this.
Still feel like I can't really predict what's going to happen, and I'm just really excited to see a fun battle. So without further ado, let's get started. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people have been hyping this one up, like Death Battle people.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's #1 nautical nincompoop.
Absolutely.
The thalassic third wheel of the Super Friends. Thalassic means ocean. I looked it up.
Right.
The infinite ink-blot depths of the seven seas are home to any number of terrifying, awe-inspiring creatures. They're also home to these two losers. Though when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans.
Yeah.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job.
Are they going to be looking at the SpongeBob comics then, I wonder?
Who would win
I don't know, we'll see.
Death battle.
Which seems like such a wild and weird comparison to make, but hey, let's see what they did for this.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's
Ooh, I can hear the
#1
crispy old
nautical
microphone.
nincompoop.
Aquaman, the thalassic third wheel of the Super Friends.
I mean, to be fair, if you think about it, they are basically the same person. They're both comic relief, they're both living under the water, they're both as gay as each other.
Inspiring creatures.
They're also home to these two losers. Though when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans.
Some have tried, and oh boy, they failed.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out
Weapons,
who will
armor,
win
and
a
skills?
death battle.
The only weapon that SpongeBob have is his mental illness.
The year was 1946. The former allies of World War II were engaged in a Cold War.
Pretty sure SpongeBob
between
is a representation of my
capitalist West and
ADHD.
Communist East.
The United States changed
Those
history
bad guys.
forever with the introduction of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unparalleled nuclear devastation.
One of their most popular.
When people
test
say
plots, the
my
site of
favorite
23
superhero
separate
is,
detonations over the course of
Aquaman is
12
never usually
years
the
for
word
a
that comes
total
out of their
fission
mouth.
yield of 42.2
Unless it's followed up by
megatons
Jason
was
Momoa.
Bikini Atoll in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The results were ecological devastation. And perhaps something more. Deep beneath the atoll, the fauna began to change. They evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology.
Wait, dude, wait, no, wait, what? Is this the canon lore for SpongeBob? Like, I am not a SpongeBob lore enthusiast, so I'm actually not sure. But it wouldn't surprise me if this was the This is the canon lore for SpongeBob? Dude, I thought they were preparing us for fucking Aquaman's backstory. What? No way! Dude, that's so, like, apocalyptic. That's so dystopian. What the hell?
Bikini Bottom organized into a monarchy under the
Wow,
god
I have
King
become
Neptune.
slightly
It
more
developed a
knowledgeable
free
today.
market economy and a thriving artistic culture.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense when you think about it, right? Because the only thing that would ever spawn something of this monstrous nature is some kind of radioactive waste.
Animal kingdom, the sea sponge.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Oh!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, I wanted to sing the song.
So did I!
don't know about greatest. SpongeBob
See, that's
may
the Cognito
headline one
has
of the
right
most
there.
popular-
Oh!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, I wanted to sing the song.
So did I!
Greatest. SpongeBob
See, that's
may
the Cognito
headline one
has
of the
right
most
there.
popular children's cartoons of all time, but he's a total dork. He's a painfully naive
who lives in a
man-child
mansion
whose
in
only
the
ambition in life
limbo.
is to continue his
Inky.
minimum wage job as a fry cook in the crusty ground.
Really sounding like a Squidward
Who's brain dead and as gooey as she?
No one wants to be a Squidward.
Da-ba-da-ba,
Sponge Robert might not have
da-da-ba-da.
the flashiest life, but he's happy, and that's what matters, ain't it?
Not in Death Battle.
I want to believe that SpongeBob is the actual definition of no thoughts, head empty. Why have thoughts? Thoughts could have the chance of being bad thoughts. If I don't have thoughts, I won't have bad thoughts. I'll just live by instinct alone. Live like SpongeBob. Be a SpongeBob.
It doesn't. SpongeBob is routinely physically incapable of even the most
Oh my god, this is also like a
tasks, almost
Pokemon
like
thing, right? SpongeBob is what, 38 years old? Ash Ketchum, the perpetual 12-year-old, is in his 30s. Ugh.
He's the biggest wimp in town. Like the time he failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time he effortlessly rotated
What?
the entire planet. Huh.
Dude, I need to go back and watch some SpongeBob. Holy shit.
Despite being a real sea creature, SpongeBob is more like a kitchen sponge. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he, after all. He can stretch and shapeshift his body any way he likes.
This might be more of an even battle than I thought. Can Aquaman rotate planet? I don't think so.
Be full, though?
From an entire lagoon to... Oh, God.
Wait, no, okay. I know trying to make logical sense out of SpongeBob shouldn't be done. But are they telling me that they gave one of the internet's first demonstration of water inside of water? Like, scientifically speaking, that does exist. You can have heavy water in water. But I don't want to believe that they had the thought process to instigate that into a cartoon logically. I know it's my fault. It's my fault. I'm trying to put logic to SpongeBob.
Lagoon to... Oh, God. Enough water to replace the moon?
Oh, and for some reason, he has an insane healing factor. He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his
I love how the
soul
concept of them
removed
being
from
in the
his
ocean is
body
just a
and literally
concept
being
that's only there when
unraveled
it's,
out
like,
of
relevant to the
existence.
plot.
Okay, I think we're good. We can just end the rundown here.
No. I need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Perhaps his most mind-bending ability is his control over... Bubbles. No, stay with me. This is unbelievable.
Huh?
Like a soapy Green Lantern
Was
ring,
SpongeBob
his
the
bubbles
Aquaman
can
that we
become
truly wanted?
anything he wishes, from guided cruise missiles
What?
to sentient life and entire bubble societies. That's a pretty similar effect to his magic pencil, which can draw anything he wants.
SpongeBob was the original SCP universe. No, think about it. SpongeBob was the original incarnation of eldritch beings, SCPs, and monstrous creatures that warp the fabric of our space and time. And I don't know if I like that concept or not.
Into existence and erase it from reality just as easily. The pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob
Because these are
sent
all
it back
literally
to the
just
surface where it
SCP
belonged. But in later seasons, he
installments.
still just has it for some reason.
And finished. I call him Doodle Whiz. He's just like you, but I made him with a pencil.
I'm calling the police.
I like chocolate milk.
Even the mundane.
See, I always thought SpongeBob was. I always thought that Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was very SpongeBob pilled.
The entirety of Earth's oceans in
Doodle
seconds,
Kari,
and
don't
then
you even?
exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire mass of Earth's
Oh,
oceans
Lynn, thank you
is
for that
about
raid.
1.5 quintillion tons. Considering all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000.
So we all know that this is going to end up being a no contest, right? Aquaman is going to abide by the laws of physics. SpongeBob don't need no physics. SpongeBob lives in his own reality. SpongeBob says, reality? I reject your reality and substitute my own. Bah!
Yoda tons.
That's enough energy to nuke Jupiter 13 times over. And SpongeBob was completely
Thank you for the raid, Lindsay. I hope you had a great stream.
His
You enjoying
hydrodynamic
Monster Hunter?
spatula isn't just an impromptu bladed weapon, it's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen. The Krabby Patty.
A burger
You haven't lived
so
on the internet
delicious,
unless
it's
you've
basically
YouTubed
magic.
what-
Not
how
only
to
is
make
it
your own
totally
Krabby Patty.
addictive, SpongeBob was romantically
You like
attracted to
Krabby
one.
Patties,
It can
don't you,
nullify mind
Squidward?
control, heal
Ah.
wounds, and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused, can ride on the scene hard their DNA fused.
Dude, I know enough furries to know that this was a furry fan fiction. I know enough VTubers who have a transformation fetish to know that this was what started most of their journeys. God damn!
Can ride on the
Horrifying.
scene transitions, and once
That-
cried so hard he
No,
flooded.
wait, that was literally the progenitor for fucking Venom. Or, dude, no!
Ride on the
Horrifying.
scene transitions, and once
That-
cried so hard he
No,
flooded.
wait, that was literally the progenitor for fucking Venom. Or, dude, no, even worse. This was the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance
Cried
before
so
Dragon
hard
Ball
he
Z.
flooded Bikini Bottom, even though it's already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled the entire universe. He literally undid.
Yeah, this is no context. This is no contest. Aquaman is just a very strong guy with flippers for a dick. Like, Aquaman is gonna get absolutely railed by SpongeBob's inability to abide by the laws of physics.
The fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
What was that you were saying about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character out there, Wiz.
God.
What was that you were saying about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character out there, Wiz.
Dude, that was horrifying. That was some Hellraiser levels of bullshit. Oh my goodness. What was that? A reality... what you need to counter SpongeBob is an SCP reality anchor. Or a cognito anchor. What are they called? There's like an actual device that prevents reality warping in the SCP universe. And for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of it. But anyone who knows the SCP universe knows what I'm talking about.
Fortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside. It took more than one adventure
Here's
to
a goofy
prove
goober.
himself to
I'm
be
a goofy
real
goober,
hero.
yeah.
You think he ever banged that squirrel?
He's crushed Plankton's plans.
SpongeBob didn't, but the entirety of the internet did. And if you need any further example as to what I mean by that, remember, furries exist, and if a furry exists and a anthropomorphic character in a movie exists, well, 1 + 1 does equal 2 in this universe.
Won the Battle of Bikini Bottom against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom to save the Nicktoons multiverse.
His biggest weakness is that he's a giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh, also,
So the only way Aquaman may be able to win this is to...
But after that,
You know what this is? SpongeBob is one of those creatures where the imagination is his weapon. It's one of those things where you believe it to be able to be done, so it can be. There's a movie for that, I think. What was that movie called again? Either way, the only way you're going to beat SpongeBob is if you gaslight him. You're not going to be able to beat him. You need to make him believe that he's losing. You need to out-intelligence him to make him believe that he's getting his ass beaten, or he's like you're basically fighting a cartoon character. The only logic they abide by is the imagination.
oh boy, there's this one episode called Squid Baby where Squidward gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Trials and tribulations and Hasselhoffs aside, it wasn't until SpongeBob
Dude, okay,
accepted
SpongeBob
himself for
movie
who he
kinda hit
was,
different,
he was
though.
rewarded with the greatest boon of all, middle management.
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last
We
thing
forget
you'll
that-
ever hear.
Most SpongeBob episodes.
Comics, then, I wonder.
Who would win
I don't know, we'll
a
see.
death battle?
All right, interesting animation.
The year
Hope
was
it looks, you know, good.
1946. The former allies of World War II were engaged in a Cold War between capitalist West and communist
This is an
East.
interesting way to start the
United States
analysis.
changed history forever with the introduction of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unparalleled.
Oh, I think I know where they're going with this,
devastation.
actually.
One of their most popular test spots, the site of 23 separate detonations over the course of 12 years for a total fission yield.
I don't know if this backstory has been, like,
was
confirmed
Bikini
or
Atoll
not,
in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
but, like,
The results were
some people treat it as, like,
ecological
common knowledge, so
devastation. And
it's fine.
perhaps something more. Deep beneath
Yeah,
the atoll,
that's
the
what I was
fire
thinking.
began to change. They evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology, and society. This Bikini Bottom.
Pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Monarchy under the god King Neptune. It developed a free market economy.
Oh,
and
Mr.
thriving
Krabs.
artistic culture.
Even the
Oh,
simplest
Squidward.
creatures became
Oh,
capable of
Plankton.
complex thought,
All these
including the
amazing
very
characters.
first multicellular
Okay, so it even
organism
says the origin is just a
characterized as
theory.
part of
Okay,
the animal
interesting.
kingdom, the sea sponge.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, I wanted to sing this song.
I don't know the greatest.
probably
SpongeBob
copyright.
may headline one of the most popular children's cartoons of all time, but he's a
Oh, absolutely.
total dork. He's a painfully naive man-child whose only ambition in life is to continue his
In some ways,
middle-aged
sure.
job as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab.
Really sounded like a Squidward there, Wiz. And no one wants to be a Squidward. Sponge
I feel like we all
Robert may
become
have
more
a
like
delicious
Squidward as we
life,
get
but
older,
he's happy.
unfortunately.
And that's what matters, ain't it?
Not in Death Battle, it doesn't. SpongeBob is
Well, let's get to the meat.
ridiculously incapable of even the most basic tasks, almost like anti-Toon Force. He's the biggest
Yeah,
part of the
sometimes.
battle, like the time he failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time
Ooh.
he effortlessly rotated the entire planet.
Yeah.
Whoa, we're in for some shit. now,
Exactly.
aren't we? Despite being a
And we're looking at
real
their best
sea
feats
creature,
anyway,
SpongeBob
right?
is more
So-
like a kitchen sponge. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he after all.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can stretch and shapeshift his body any way he likes,
Mhm.
duplicate himself through asexual reproduction, and absorb immense amounts of liquid.
Oh,
He
yeah.
always be full, though.
From an entire
Yeah, you would
lagoon
think
to-
so.
Oh god. Enough water to replace the moon?
Yep.
Oh, and for
That
some
happened.
reason, he has an insane healing factor. He's
survive being torn in half, vaporized, having his soul removed from his body, and
Damn.
literally being unraveled out of existence.
After he
Yeah, I
unraveled,
think we're good.
like,
We can
everything,
just,
yeah.
end the rundown here.
No. We need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Yeah,
Perhaps
Wiz, you're
his
gonna lose your
mind-wrecking
mind.
ability is his control over
Just
bubbles.
wait until they get to
Now,
Bugs
see
Bunny
what-
and Mickey
this is
Mouse.
unbelievable. Like a soapy Green Lantern ring, his bubbles can become anything he wishes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cruise missiles to sentient life.
Oh, so that's like a
and
video
entire
game. They are
world
incorporating other
societies.
stuff.
That's a pretty similar effect to his magic pencil, which can draw anything he wants into existence and erase
So they're
it from
including that
reality
too.
just as easily. The pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob sent it back to the surface where it belonged.
Yeah.
But in later seasons, he still just has it for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I call him
Great.
Doodle Whiz. Whiz,
Oh my god.
just like you, but I made him with a pencil.
Oh no.
I'm calling the police.
No, no, oh my god!
Even the mundane
Jesus
becomes
Christ.
godlike in SpongeBob's yellow hands, like his reef blower, which hoovered up the entirety of Earth's oceans in seconds, and then exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire
Right.
mass of Earth's oceans is about 1.5 quintillion tons. Considering all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000 Yoda tons.
Jesus
That's
Christ!
enough energy to nuke Jupiter 13 times over.
Wow.
And SpongeBob was completely unharmed.
His hydrodynamic spatula isn't just an impromptu bladed weapon. It's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever.
Oh, sorry about that. Give me 1 second.
Just an impromptu bladed
All right, backed up a little bit.
It's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen.
Yeah.
The Krabby Patty.
A burger so delicious.
I
it's
really wanna try
basically
one.
Magic. Not only is
But it doesn't
totally
exist.
addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one. It can nullify mind control, heal wounds, and even detonate.
SpongeBob can also resist mind control a little bit on his own.
His best friend Patrick so hard their
But yeah.
DNA fused, can ride on the scene transitions, and once
Yeah.
so hard he flooded Bikini Bottom. Even though it's
Yeah, how is there water there?
shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled
Yes!
the entire universe. He literally undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Saying
exactly.
about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure
Yeah.
I ever misjudged a character as
Eat your heart
severely
out.
as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character arc there, Wiz. Unfortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside.
Right.
It took more than one adventure to prove himself
Dude,
to
SpongeBob
be a
SquarePants
real
movie is
hero.
so good.
You think he
It
ever
is so
made
much
that
fun.
through?
He's crushed Plankton's Plan Z, won the Battle of Bikini Bottom against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom
Yep.
to save the Nicktoons multiverse.
Globs of
His
Doom
biggest
is a really
weakness
good
is that
game, by the
he's a
way.
Giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh,
Unless he
also
gets more
seasonal
water.
rot. Those first 3 seasons are pure gold, but after that, oh boy. There's this one episode called Squid Baby where Squidward gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Trials and tribulations and hassles.
I mean, yeah,
aside,
seasons 1 to 3 are the
it wasn't
best.
until SpongeBob accepted
But not
himself
everything
for who he
after is
was
bad,
that
I
he
would
was
say.
rewarded with the greatest boon of all, middle management.
So if not
Good for him, though. He's happy, like you said.
Then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last thing you'll ever hear.
All right. Aquaman's turn.
Aquaman, king of the 7 seas.
We've covered Arthur Curry on the show before, and he's actually secretly awesome.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right, Boomstick.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
The version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Now, you might assume
Now, I'm sure he's got some
this
impressive
Aquaman
stuff.
is a total loser, but really, have you watched all those cartoons?
Remember, this is from the era when Superman was sneezing solar systems.
I really hope he doesn't scale to that.
Earth's origin is basically the
That is from
same
the
as
comics, though.
Silver
I think they're just talking about the
Tom
era.
Curry was a humble lighthouse keeper
But we'll
who
see.
decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do that. Procreated with Atlanta, an Atlantean from
Same-
the underwater
tomato,
state of
tomato
Poseidon.
is-
And from their union, Arthur Curry was born with magnificent aquatic abilities.
And he's the king of Atlantis, too.
Oh, wait, no. It says here that was introduced in the comics later. Here he's
Really?
just some guy. with magnificent
Interesting.
aquatic abilities and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
This Aquaman
Naturally.
comes from a time when everybody who's anybody had their own secret cave with assorted gadgets.
Oh, yeah.
He's got an underwater jet ski, a net, octopus
Like a jet ski that goes
water
underwater?
pistol, and a portable heat ray to blast right through solid ice. Not exactly mind-blowing, but, you know, I'm sure we're
That's pretty
ramped up.
impressive, though.
Sure are.
I wish I could do
Aquaman's
that.
hybrid Human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing depths of the ocean floor.
The
Right.
pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch. That's like being stepped on by 100 elephants. Which is a
That-
lot, I guess.
That is a lot of
Aquaman is
elephants.
Also an incredible swimmer. able
I've
to
never
travel
seen 100
from
elephants at
Florida to
once.
Maine in under an hour. That's almost twice the speed of sound. He can create water balls and whirlpools out of thin water. And
Thin
admittedly,
water.
water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can
Right.
talk to fish, and he can even control people's minds and give them seizures, right?
Oh, actually, that second part is also just from.
I was about to say,
Cartoon Aquaman can
doesn't sound like this guy.
talk to fish, which is awesome. His telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from
I will
microscopic
admit, that could be
organisms to
useful.
alien life, as long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can
Can it be
still
all
mind
fish?
control them, right?
I'd like to think SpongeBob could resist it.
He can free them from mind control and even influence their emotional state to some degree, but besides that, there have been times when sea creatures have just ignored his commands outright.
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna be straight with
especially
you.
if they're
I haven't
more
seen
intelligent.
anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Hold your seahorses. Aquaman's exploits were so
All right, I'm listening.
profound, he banded together with Earth's mightiest heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from any threat. The Super Friends.
Yeah.
The Super Friends. They're like the dime store knockoff version of the Justice
Well, it's a
League.
cartoon, man. What do you
No,
expect?
you've got heavy hitters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman,
Keep going.
Flash, Green Lantern,
Uh-huh.
Apache Chief, Samurai, Black Vulcan, the Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins. I'm a twin.
Monkey Gleek.
Wiz, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
No White has best direct strength.
I love how it's a banana and a hot dog bun.
Moved some trash. About 50 metric tons of it.
The jokes write themselves, huh? Fun fact, Aquaman once enrolled in an American college under the name Mr. Waterman. So we're working with a pretty hefty IQ here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he's lame, inarguably completely lame. I was convinced I'd find some crazy, insane Popeye punching out the animator feet somewhere, but
Well, it's a cartoon. You
no,
never know, right?
He sucks. He actually sucks. His best feat is literally garbage.
I'll take over from
I
here,
feel like
Wiz.
we may still be getting to
Aquaman
something.
is a bit of a joke, sure, but he's not completely useless. He's dodged laser beams, defeated a
I had a
lead
feeling.
Titanic by luring it into an iceberg. Seriously, and beaten this water elemental Undyne, who looked like a gorilla for some reason.
Okay.
By summoning seagulls to pelt her with clamshells.
Oh, that would
Even
hurt.
outswam this Kryptonian pterodactyl
2.9
monster,
kilotons I'm reading up there.
who flew from the
Interesting.
edge of the galaxy to Earth in about 15 seconds.
Wait, really? Okay, now we're talking. That'd be over 55 billion times the speed of light. And Aquaman's swimming clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks like
Really?
You get one, buddy.
And hey, he could probably kick your ass, person that's
Yeah,
walking home.
he could kick mine.
That's something.
Does that mean I suck?
Not if
Probably.
he's on dry land. If he's out of the water for even 1 hour, he dies. Never mind. Person watching at home, just hide for a bit, grab some lunch, and then stomp on his corpse.
So, like, I feel like this battle is just gonna take place in the water. It's just better for both of them.
Or is it the drive to help others, to be of service, to sacrifice? That's what a hero is to me. And I'd say Aquaman's got as much of that as there are drops of water in the ocean.
He's about to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Episodes were a trip into
Aquaman,
some
king
kind
of the
of
seven seas.
We've covered Arthur Curry on the
psychiatric
show before,
treatment.
and he's actually secretly awesome.
That's right, Boomstick. But the version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin
Like,
cartoons
you watch
from the
SpongeBob?
60s and 70s.
Tell me how much your
Now,
therapist
you might
costs.
assume then that means this Aquaman is a total loser. But really, have you watched all those cartoons?
Remember, this is from the era when Superman was sneezing solar systems apart. So get ready.
Art's origin is basically the same as the
the one thing that is superfluous through all of this is the inconsistency of being consistent. Oh, what's that? Superman can sneeze apart realities. Goku can literally punch a planet in half. Man, where's that superpower a couple episodes later? Oh yeah, it's only there because it's relevant to the plot. At least when SpongeBob does it, it's consistent.
For Age Comics, Tom Curry was a humble lighthouse keeper who decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do
Oh.
that. He procreated with Atlanta, an Atlantean from the...
Procreated, boinked, had sex, absolutely shit out of the dolphin. These are the same ways of saying the same thing, just some of them sound more eloquent.
underwater city of Poseidonus, and from their union, Arthur Curry was born
I mean, guys,
with
be honest.
magnificent aquatic
Who
abilities.
wouldn't?
And he's
A
the king
mermaid.
of Atlantis, too.
Oh, wait, no. It says here that was introduced in the comics later. Here he's just some guy with magnificent aquatic abilities and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
This Aquaman comes from a time when everybody who's anybody had their own secret cave with assorted gadgets. He's got an underwater jet ski, a net, octopus ink, a water pistol, and a portable heat ray to blast
This version of Aquaman sounds like the most basic bitch bargain bin superhero imaginable. This is the kind of nerd that would rather go out saving seahorses and oh my god, I just realized they based the Deep from The Boys off of this Aquaman. Think about it. Because the Deep and this Aquaman both share in common, they fuck the octopus. They are the discount bargain bin superhero that nobody takes seriously. And they both get cucked by everything.
right through solid ice. Not exactly mind-blowing, but, you know, I'm sure we're ramping up.
We sure are. Aquaman's hybrid human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing
He kinda got
depths
thick
of the
thighs though, not
ocean
gonna lie.
floor.
The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch.
Oh.
That's like being stepped on by 100 elephants. Which is a lot, I guess.
Aquaman is also an incredible swimmer, able to travel from Florida to
What?
Maine
A good
in
swimmer
under
is
an hour.
Aquaman? That's crazy.
Almost twice the speed of sound. He can create water balls and whirlpools out of thin water, and fittingly, water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can talk.
Like, he is, you know what he is? Aquaman is that, like, autist ADHD spectrum person. He is the representation of neurodivergency. He is the kind of dude that is so autistically hyperfixated on his job of being a superhero that the lady comes by being like, oh, Aquaman, yes, I'm trying to seduce you. Not now, woman, I'm trying to save these horsefish. And then you realize that, like, he's probably got like a 12-inch dick.
to fish, and he can even control people's
It's just a shame he'll
minds
never
and
use the damn
seizures,
thing.
Right?
Oh, actually, that second part is also just from the comics. Cartoon Aquaman can talk to fish, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
he's definitely on
His
the spectrum.
telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from microscopic organisms to alien life, as long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can still mind control them, right?
Kind of. He can free them from
Not mind control,
and even
just
influence their emotional
convince,
state to some degree.
hoodwink,
But besides
bamboozle,
that, there have
blackmail.
been times when sea creatures have just ignored his commands outright.
Wiz, I'm gonna be straight with you. You haven't said anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Hold your seahorses. Aquaman's exploits were so world-renowned, he banded together with Earth's
yes,
mightiest
absolutely.
heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from any threat.
Oh
The
my god, these
Super
old
Friends.
cartoons just hit
The
different.
Super Friends. They're like the
This, all I can think of now watching this is the ultimate showdown. You remember the end of that animation? Batman, Superman, everything is Power Ranger, Bill, Let's Head, Theodore, and Lone, Doc, the Rock, Spock, Ark, and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere, lightning fast, and they kicked Chuck Norris as the cowboy ass. There was the bloodiest battle that the world ever saw, with civilians looking on in total law. The battle raged on for a century, many lives were claimed, but eventually the champion stood. Inky was better, and she sucked your dick in a sweater. Anyway.
Dime store knockoff version of the Justice League.
What? No. You've got heavy hitters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman.
Keep going.
Flash, Green Lantern, Apache Chief, Samurai, Black Vulcan, the Wonder Twins.
Literally bargain bin
Twins.
heroes.
Stop.
Guys, we want super... Can we have the Justice League? But honey, we have the Justice League at home. The Justice League at home.
Trash. About 50 metric tons of it.
The jokes write themselves, huh? Fun fact, Aquaman once enrolled in an American college under the name Mr.
This does
Waterman.
feel like the kind of thing that would have
Working
a...
with pretty hefty
Wait a minute. Isn't there like a spoof of Aquaman in SpongeBob? Is that like that old grey-haired guy with the starfish on his nose? Wasn't that a parody of Aquaman to begin with? Yeah, Mermaid Man.
Here, huh?
You know you're in a bad state when the thing you're going up against has a parody of you.
I'd find some crazy, insane Popeye punch.
Yeah, this ain't even a competition.
Somewhere, but no, he sucks. He actually sucks. His best feat is literally garbage.
So, yeah, I think we've all come to the realization that this Aquaman kind of blows chunks. But let's do a little bit of logic. Sure, this Aquaman is cringe. But you know what was cringer? The people who watched it. Now, I'm not sure what that says, whether people were that bored or that desperate. But people watched this, which says something about them rather than him.
Take over from here, Wiz. Aquaman is a bit of a joke, sure, but he's not completely useless. He's dodged laser beams, defeated a living Titanic by luring it into an iceberg. Seriously.
No!
And beaten this
Mr.
water
President,
elemental
a second
Undyne, who
Titanic
looks
has
like
been
a
sunk
gorilla
in the
for some
ice
reason,
fields.
By summoning seagulls to pelt her with clamshells. He once even outswam this Kryptonian pterodactyl monster, Rokan, who flew from the edge of the galaxy to Earth in about 15 seconds.
Okay, that's really impressive and everything, but Rokan, I know furries that would f the shit out of you. Fight me, I dare you. I'll summon the furries. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch.
Wait, really? Okay, now we're talking. That'd be over 55 billion times the speed of light. And Aquaman's swimming clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks lame.
You get one, buddy.
And hey, he could probably kick your ass, person that's watching at home, so that's something.
Oh, God. You know, looking back at these old animations, I am somewhat thankful technology has moved on. Principles of animation and animation quality has gone through the fucking roof. Yes, Aquaman just reverse necked himself. And at the same time, oh look, they couldn't even color in the lines. Because back then they had to draw out every single frame of animation, which is why his eyes didn't have color. And trying to do animation on acetate screens to layer things made it very hard to get this kind of stuff to work properly. I could sit here and autistically talk about animation principles and how animation has come such a long way since the early 80s and 90s, but we have a death battle to watch.
And that's watching at home, so that's something.
Well,
but has Aquaman had AI music rap battles made about him? Don't think so.
Never mind, person watching at home.
Because I've watched AI SpongeBob music videos.
Stomp on his corpse.
We are not the same.
Raw power really
We are
what
not
makes
the same.
someone a hero, or is it the drive to
Nothing
help
says
others, to be of
autism like
service,
watching,
to sacrifice. That's what a
and
hero is to
enjoying
me.
SpongeBob
And I'd say
AI
Aquaman's
music
got as
videos.
much of that as there are drops of water in the ocean.
He's about to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
As there are drops of water in the ocean.
He's about to die.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually kind of worrying me, not gonna lie. Alright, let's skip through this and I'll talk very briefly about this.
That's mintmobile.com. The combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibility. One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman's funeral!
Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on. Okay, I am sorry, but Death Battle never does this. They're never like, oh yeah, like, the only time I can remember them ever saying, oh yeah, this character is definitely gonna die, is like Michelangelo in the TMNT Battle Royale, which again, at this point is like over 10 years ago, right? They've never done this. They have to be doing this because Aquaman actually wins, right? Or are they just screwing with me? Like, are they actually being serious? Because I do think SpongeBob would win, especially after what they said. If what they said is seriously the best that Aquaman can do, like, they said he can move, like, over 55 billion times the speed of light, which, one, what the hell, but still, he can do that, apparently. They didn't really give anything major for SpongeBob in terms of speed. Not that I could see anyway. The main thing that they said was that he could, like, again, like, move along the transitions of the show, which is kind of more like, you know, along the lines of, like, breaking the fourth wall. But still, like, in order to be able to do that, like, that still could mean you could outmaneuver your opponent, right? They didn't give any, like, other speed feats for him, or at least nothing that I can really remember. At this point, the only way I can see Aquaman winning is if, like, they really just say, oh yeah, like SpongeBob needs similar speed to be able to beat him, and apparently he's so much slower, for instance, that it doesn't matter that, you know, that SpongeBob is so much stronger, more durable, he just can't catch Aquaman, and then Aquaman could eventually do something to beat him, or mind control him or something. At this point, that's the only way I could see them reasoning out why Aquaman wins. But I feel like they're just screwing with me so much, they're making me lose my mind already. Because, yeah, it seems to me like SpongeBob would win, but does Aquaman just win? I don't know. They said, like, again, like, the 600 Yoda tons... Sorry, not 600, 6,000 Yoda tons, which would be 6, whatever the next unit is. Like, Yoda tons is like the 7th of the illions of tons. How do I explain this? Like, megatons is millions, gigatons is billions, teratons is trillions, and then Yoda tons is like septillions, is the 7th one. And then 6,000 would naturally be the next unit over, but I don't recall what it is at this moment. And either way, point is, that's a lot. That's a lot of energy that they did not say anything close to for Aquaman. Like, I read in one of the bars that popped up that, like, there was a character that Aquaman could be comparable to that expelled nearly 3 kilotons of TNT, which is impressive, way more than what I can do, but nowhere even remotely close to 6,000 Yoda tons, you know? And like they said, like, with the Krabby Patties, SpongeBob can resist mind control, which I guess they're just gonna give him some Krabby Patties, fine with me. And that some sea creatures just don't listen to Aquaman. Didn't, like, Plankton try to, like, read his mind or control his mind or something, and Plankton ended up going insane or something? I think Plankton did once control his mind, but he needed, like, a special machine to do it, which I don't know if that's how that's gonna relate to Aquaman specifically, but still, like, they might use that in their reasoning. I have no idea. I'm still gonna say SpongeBob is gonna win, but at this point, I'm worried because they're just saying SpongeBob's gonna win. Let's play. Let's just watch this battle.
The combatants are
Guys,
set.
one's in the chat if we believe that Aquaman is about to die.
One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman.
The only way Aquaman wins is by gaslighting SpongeBob.
Whatever happens is what will happen. What was that portal thing? Did Green Lantern and also Robot?
Mermaid Man! Wait a second, you're not Mermaid Man.
The
Mermaid Man!
Mermaid Man!
You're not Mermaid Man.
I wanted him to bring up Mermaid Man.
Man?
The name's Aquaman.
Ah, they're doing like a pixel style. That's so cool. I adore pixel animation. It is one of my favorite forms of animation. This shit right here, mwah, chef's kiss.
Evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero!
I saved this city.
Evildoer? I'm a hero!
I saved this city!
SpongeBob voice is pretty good. It's hard to pull off, so it's good.
And he's a super friend!
There's only one real hero here, Fiend. And he's a super friend!
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge. Phylum porifera. You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge.
I love this.
Phylum porifera, and you can't just.
Yeah, that might do something.
And you can't just.
Guys, I think we're about to watch a murder. But we have to question, is SpongeBob going to be smart enough to understand that he's being assaulted right now? The only way Aquaman wins is by gaslighting.
How about a little karate, waterman?
Something.
How about a little
Karate.
waterman?
All right, here we go. You gotta get this in.
Of course.
It's Aquaman!
Ew! I didn't want to see a friggin' sponge bulge.
And as the king of the seas,
He's a sea creature. And as the king of the seas,
Well, let's see how effective this is. He pulled it out really early.
king of the seas, he's mine to command!
This Looney Tunes ass shit.
Just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums!
He pulled it out really early, so makes you think it might not mean much. Oh, damn.
You, Sponge. Let him have it, chums!
Oh, damn. This track is pretty nice. Fits really well.
great Neptune!
Yeah, this is so good.
Oh no. SpongeBob figured out how to use mitosis. We're all doomed. We are all doomed.
Great Neptune!
Get a load of this, Seaman.
Good.
Load of this,
Oh my god, this fits so much with the style.
Damn it, it's Aqua!
Don't even worry about it, bro.
Get a load of this, Seaman.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh, crap.
Need water powers fading. Is there nothing I could do? Amen. I see it now. A multiverse of Aquaman. And out of all of them, I'm the lamest fucking one!
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry for you.
A joke. I'm no superhero.
Need water powers?
Ah, what a pussy.
Is there nothing I could do?
Maybe if you went down on...
I see it now.
Oh.
A multiverse of Aquaman.
All of whom are way better than you, buddy.
And out of all of them,
I'm cringe.
I'm the lamest fucking one!
Well, at least he's self-aware.
I'm a ripoff. A joke.
But you are the original.
I'm no superhero.
People used to say the same kind of things about me.
Oh no!
I'm no superhero.
People used to say the same kind of things about me. Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead, McSpazatron.
Yeah.
But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm...
Oh, no.
Same kind of things about me.
Oh no! Oh no, the one thing that could have happened that would have ended this sooner. They're relating! No!
Wingnut, knucklehead, McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm... ready.
What are you doing? He was trying to sympathize with you. Asshole.
2 words. I'm ready.
May the best hero
Asshole. I don't feel sorry for you anymore.
win.
Oh, now we got a fight going.
I guess it is a fight to the death, but still. Also, a ton of doodle bobs, and oh no!
Oh, this animation is so good. Yeah, we're definitely watching some more of these in the future. What the fuck?
You just take the pencil? Jesus. Ow!
What?
What was that?
The other side of the universe.
The other side of the...
other side of the universe.
Womp womp.
Title card. You just back here already?
No. Well, that's not fair.
Oh my god!
Prove it to you. I'll be a real superhero.
Love you guys. Maybe.
I'll prove it to you. I'll be a real superhero.
Dude, this goes hard. This goes so hard. What the hell?
Maybe. Holy crap! Oh. Nice bubble transition.
Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be super.
Oh.
Don't cry.
Yeah, we all saw this coming.
Be
It wasn't...
super.
Oh my god. I don't feel so good, Mr. Sponge.
Is he gonna bring him back to life, or bring in a new one? Here lies Ocean Man. Well,
KO!
Was there any doubt it would end this way? I don't think so.
What is it with ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This was an incredibly close fight.
No, it wasn't.
well, now I'm still sad.
What is it with ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This
Exactly.
was an incredibly close fight. Gotcha! Obviously, Aquaman didn't
I
have
knew
a
it.
Snowball's chance in hell in defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we even start? With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything.
defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we even start? With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed.
Exactly,
Especially
like-
with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is throwing water against a sentient sea sponge.
Yeah.
Aquaman's only
This just felt
potential
too
option-
one-sided, you know?
As we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart.
Exactly.
There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's command.
Anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Especially with his
Yeah.
much more
It would be
limited
the equivalent
arsenal.
of you
I can't
trying to fight
think
the
of a more
IRS with your
lopsided matchup than
taxes.
someone
Why,
whose
no, I
main
don't want to
attack
fight
is
my
throwing
taxes.
water
IRS
against
doesn't
a
like that.
sentient
The
sea
IRS are
sponge.
rapidly approaching
Aquaman's
your
only
location.
potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken
Hey
regeneration.
guys, if this video does well, I'll make a patron series where we react to
And
SpongeBob.
even erased from reality. All Aquaman
Wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel
Yeah,
mind
there we go.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's
He's
basically
resistant to all of
useless
that,
against
yeah.
Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated, like when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the
Exactly.
water,
Why would he want to
which
do
messes
that?
Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob. And it also requires the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Because, yeah,
Aquaman can do his punch kind of hard, and even that's basically useless against Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated, like when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And it also requires the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Because, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe?
Consistency.
Considering
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size,
SpongeBob-
the string's
okay.
width is about
SpongeBob can't lift a glass of lemonade,
We can use
but
that to find
can
the volume
lift
of, say,
the
1 meter
fabric of
string
space
compare
and
that to
time.
the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster.
There's no way he actually can do that.
Don't cry.
He's looking as good as Aerith does at the end of Final Fantasy VII. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh my gosh.
3 hours later.
3 hours later.
I'm all out of time cards.
Bruh.
Be super.
Oh my god, he faded away like Spider-Man. Ah yes, Doodle Man. Aquadoodle.
Because, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled
What's up, Teddy?
the
How are you?
universe? Considering the...
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is
Wait, what?
fucking insane.
Wait, what?
Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times faster than
Nah, I'd win.
light as there are
Nah, I'd
atoms
win.
in the universe.
This is the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history.
Harder than it does SpongeBob. And it also requires the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Because, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe? Considering the...
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one.
Right, yeah, let him have it, let him have it.
Insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable
I guess that would
universe.
require a lot of speed, yeah.
About 5 seconds. He would have had to be pulling
Oh,
at
boy.
8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times faster than light as there are atoms in the universe.
Fuck!
It's the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history.
And he still can't lift up a glass of lemonade. Isn't it so convenient that this only happens, that his strength is only weak when the plot demands it be?
That's as many times faster than light as there are atoms in the universe.
This is the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history. And it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think he could take on comic
God.
book?
There are atoms in the universe.
Fuck!
It's the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history. And it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's a
But do
cartoon,
you
bro.
think he could take on comic book Aquaman?
Have you been listening to anything I've been saying?
Let's not forget.
Of course I didn't forget.
That string feat also destroyed the entire universe.
Yes.
And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth.
Right,
law.
if you look at the comic
He's
stuff,
written the plot of
too.
his own story as
Dumbass.
Screw the pencil or the bubbles. He can just will whatever he wants into existence from
Yeah.
his imagination. He's a god. A yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's
Honestly,
why
they're doing him a
he
lot of
beats Goku.
justice.
At least Arthur finally got to be a real hero. And at the end of the day,
I was worried they
that's
weren't going to
what
do him as
matters.
the right justice, but they actually are.
He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
Hey!
Is SpongeBob SquarePants, our god.
Our god.
But do you think he could take on comic book Aquaman?
Yes.
Been listening to anything I've been saying.
Good point. Because let's not forget,
Of course I didn't forget.
that string feat also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story as he's living it.
He's
Screw the
literally a
pencil or
Deadpool.
the bubbles. He can just will whatever he wants into existence from his imagination. He's a god, a yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's why
You guys hear that? Ooh, ah, ooh. Ha, yeah. Kratos heard that. Kratos is approaching SpongeBob's location rapidly. Kratos heard that there's a god that hasn't been vanquished.
he beats Goku.
At least Arthur finally got to be a real hero. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, sure, whatever, pal. He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
The winner.
It was
is SpongeBob
stupid,
SquarePants,
but it was funny
our
to watch.
god.
Damn. Alright guys, that's that one done. Thank you very much for watching.